So Act 2 is country. I didn't really do anything for Act 1 of Renaissance. The only thing I did was the bodysuit that I was wearing earlier on in this video, and that was kind of a fail. So I feel like I have to do something big for Act 2. I'm like sweating like a pig. So I've always been obsessed with the Dior Saddle bag, and I want to do something that kind of honors that bag, but in obviously a yarny way. So this new pattern is going to be the Act 2 saddle bag. I feel like the freeform nature of crochet is going to kind of allow me to play with the shape. If you're familiar with the saddle bag, there's a lot of curves and swirls in it. Not quite sure how I'm going to tackle that, but I feel like not knowing how to tackle that is actually more of a crochet thing. I would have to figure it out before getting started if I wanted to knit it. So I've done 2 kits in the past with Lion Brand, the weighted wow poncho, weighted crochet poncho, and the weighted knit poncho. Those kits are available on lionbrand.com. And so I have some wow left over in black, cream, and the purple. And I think I want to use that for this bag because I want it to be a super quick whip, a super easy stitch. I like patterns that you can kind of do while watching a few movies. And so I'm going to tackle that today. So the way I work is very stream of consciousness. So the way I work is very free flow. This is not the Dior saddle bag. Oh my gosh, it's stuck. And this is a DIY that I would love to show you guys at some point, but I'm not going to because I don't want to get sued. But I am going to use this as the shape and template for this crochet project, which is why I chose crochet, because it's got a lot of curves in it. So I'm going to start by kind of tracing the bag because I think that'll give me an idea of what this is going to have to look like and how this is going to work. And then I'm just going to work in a very free flowing, hoot and tootin' kind of way and see how all of this comes out. I think the important thing to remember is like it doesn't have to be perfect. This doesn't exist anywhere else. So if it doesn't look exactly like the original or the knockoff original, that's okay, because that's actually probably better for me anyway. So I'm going to start by tracing the bottom of this bag. This is so janky, but this is the best way to do it, I think. So this bag cuts in a little bit, but I don't think I want to do that. I think I want it to kind of flatten out on this side a little bit. I think I'm going to have the direction of work be this away. This is going to be the cast on edge, and somewhere up here will be, gosh, I hope that's spelled correctly. Let's figure out what we're working with here. Okay. So I'm gonna take these measurements and I'm gonna work up a pattern-ish based on that. And then the magic is gonna happen once I actually get in there because everything is gonna look very, very different once it's in stitch form. Let's dive into this. Good job. Cookie, bring it back. Oh God, no, I don't want it in my face. Okay, all right, so let's try out this pattern. Also, I realized in this, I was calling it cast on and cast off edge, and that's just like not true for crochet and not true for knitting either. I meant chain edge and what do you call it in crochet? Why am I blanking? First and last row, maybe we'll go with that. So I hate it. I don't hate it. I like it. I'm just not sold on the color. I'm gonna finish this because I want to just use this as a tester. The good news is the pattern works. There were only a few things that were just like off from the, sometimes things change between like the reality of stitches and my idea or the sketch. So that's good. But the problem is that I chose purple just because I had a little bit more of the purple than I do of the black or the cream. And I think that I need to do it in black. But I'm going to use this as a tester just to make sure everything works. And then if I like the shape and the overall concept of it, then I think I'm gonna go back and redo it in black for a final version and go from there. Here's where we're at right now. Oh, so you can kind of see the shape is like starting to come together. I think it's still missing something, but the bones are there. I'm gonna go ahead and attach these and then make a strap. Maybe I'll see what it looks like after I attach it and then go from there. I don't know if I've ever lost a game of yarn chicken this badly. Like, I'm this close, you guys. I have to just finish the strap. So I'm gonna take this as my sign that I need to make this in black and we'll go from there. I was this close. Like, maybe I was this close. Okay, I lied. I was not right back. That took me a little bit longer because I got distracted by life stuff. But I'm so in love with this version of the pattern. I love it so freaking much. It feels much more like the saddle bag, the original inspiration, the knockoff inspiration, and just feels more inspired by an actual saddle. So, are you ready for it? Not to reference Taylor Swift in a Beyoncé video, but I'm so obsessed. I'm so obsessed. I'm back and forth about whether or not I want to add a tassel to the front, like maybe like right here. I have a tassel, it's not in the right color, but let me just see what that would look like. There is a decent amount of taupe left over. And you know what? I think it's too much. Now that I have it on there, you can't really see. Yeah, it's too much. It looks like clowny, even though the original version, I don't hate that. No tassel. I was against doing it in black and white at first because I feel like a lot of my last few patterns have been in black and white, and when I'm looking at my feed I don't want it to all feel exactly the same. But you know what, I'm in a black and white phase, and actually this is black and taupe, so I give myself a pass. But I'm so obsessed with the shape. I love the curve at the bottom and the curve at the top, and it just feels like the side of a saddle. Trim on the inside as well. And yeah, I feel like I'm actually gonna like wear this sucker. The next step is I have to send this pattern off to my tech editor, who is so strict, you guys. The purpose of having a tech editor is that she can read what I wrote and say, absolutely not, that makes no sense. You can simplify it and say it this way, that would make so much more sense to everybody. So I'm gonna send this off to my tech editor to be reviewed, and in the meantime, I'm going to photograph this. I want like a very country vibe for this shoot because it aligns with Act 2. There's a horse barn not too far from where I live, so I think I'm gonna go up there. I don't have a photographer with me right now, so I do all of this stuff myself. So I'm gonna bring my tripod, plan out a few looks, and because it's gonna be outside, I won't be able to change there, so I'll have to bring stuff that I can like layer on top of things, or maybe I'll just try out a bunch of looks here and then take what works out there. What do you think? today. Oh, I can't take off my glasses, it's way too bright. Swung by the equestrian center at Garrett Mountain. I'm gonna take some photos for the kit today. Yay! Got brave enough to come up onto the property, and I just asked if I could take some photos, and I was told it's easier to ask for forgiveness than for permission, so I'm just gonna go for it. Hopefully I'm fast enough and I can get the shot. There's a big open truck of hay before they kick me out. I'm gonna try and get a photo there, and then there's a barn area that I'm gonna try and get a photo of. But I got the horse, so that's all that matters. Everything else is gravy.
What you're shooting for, because I saw you over there now too.
Yeah, I make crochet patterns.
You make them?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Like, you have like little an Etsy store or Instagram?
Yeah, Etsy, Instagram, Ravelry.
What's the name of it?
Bobble Clubhouse.
Can I look it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Thanks. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I feel like I'm hungover. So yesterday's shoot went really, really well. I had to stop filming because what I didn't realize was the equestrian center where I went to go take photos is actually a training spot for mounted police officers. And while I was filming, they like pulled up and they were like, "What are you doing?" Because I looked insane. I'm like in a sequin jacket taking photos in front of their horses. But they were super, super duper nice about it, and they were like watching me from the sidelines like, "Yeah, you're doing a good job." And at a certain point, I feel like I don't really care what people think, and I try to kind of just like live in my own lane, but even that was a little bit much for me. I was like, all right, I think it's time for me to go. I got the shot, I got what I wanted. And again, they were super, super nice, so thank you and shout out to them for allowing me to take photos. So I got the shot, I got what I wanted, and then this morning I woke up and my tests have been completed. I got some notes on that, and my tech editor gave me back my pattern, and it is chopped up, but in the best possible way. She like sends it back with red notes all the way through it, and again, she's so harsh in the best possible way, making the pattern perfect for all of you guys. So now I have to go through those, update the pattern, edit the photos that I took yesterday, and then send over everything to Lion Brand, and it'll become a kit. And then I have to put the pattern out on Ravelry and Etsy. I should probably do it on my website, but I haven't gotten my website to a place where I feel like I want to do pattern sales there as of the recording of this video. Maybe by the time you guys see it, I've figured it out. And then I have to start plotting out what this is gonna look like on social and how I want to release that. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments section how you guys like to hear about pattern releases. Personally, I am someone who would prefer to hear about a pattern when I can go out and purchase the pattern right away, rather than hearing about the pattern coming in like a week or 2 weeks and then maybe I forget about it, or the hype that I felt about the pattern release has kind of died down. So I'd be super curious to hear from you guys what you prefer. But for this one, I think I'm gonna hold off on posting about it until the day the pattern is released, because it's also gonna be aligned with the release of Act 2 by Beyonce, which I'm so excited. I don't know why, but I'm like sore. I'm actually really excited to do these photo edits. It's something that I kind of enjoy, playing with the lighting and the contrast of the photo to make sure that the overall composition looks its best. And once that's done, this is done and I can talk about it publicly. So another pattern down. Yay! Okay, so I'm all done. Pattern has been edited, tested, tech edited, photos have been edited, everything's added, and I think this is ready to go off to Lion Brand to be kitted. I still have to upload it everywhere, but that's gonna be a relatively quick process. And yeah, I'm just really excited to get this one out in the world. So thank you so much for joining me on this process. And when you guys see this video, this pattern will be available for download. I will link it in the description below. And yeah, until next time, bye.